Lotus Esprit 1978 to 1981. In 1978, the revised Series 2, or S2, Esprit was introduced. External changes included intake and cooling ducts added behind the rear quarter windows, taillights from the Rover SD1, and an integrated front spoiler. S2 Esprit also had 360mm, 14N, Speedline alloy wheels designed by Lotus. Other changes included relocating the battery from above the right side fuel tank under the rear quarter window to the rear of the car, adding an access door to the engine cover, installing wider seats and replacing the Veglia instrument cluster with individual gauges made by Smiths and a new style of illuminated dashboard switches. Many switches and buttons came from the Morris Marina. A special edition model was released to commemorate Lotus' victory in the 1978 F1 World Championship. Wearing the black and gold livery of John Player & Sons, JPS, Lotus F1 sponsor at the time, these cars were known as the Commemorative Edition Esprit. They were mechanically identical to the regular 2.0 liters S2. According to Lotus, a series of 300 was built, but it is likely the total was considerably lower. Lotus production records are notoriously vague, but reliable estimates suggest that 149 commemorative Esprit cars were made. The S2.2 was a stopgap model introduced in May 1980 whose only major difference from the S2 was, as indicated in its model name, having a 2.2 liters Type 912 engine. Engine power output was unchanged but torque rose from 190 Nm, 140 pounds-feet, to 217 Nm, 160 pounds-feet. The S2.2 received a galvanized chassis, but not the revised chassis structure to come in the Series 3. S2.2 cars are extremely rare even among Esprit. According to Lotus, only 88 were produced during its 13-month production span. In 1980 the Essex Turbo Esprit was launched. This special edition model wore the blue, red and chrome livery of the Essex Overseas Petroleum Corporation, the sponsor of Team Lotus from 1979 to 1981. While Lotus dealer Bell & Colville had been offering turbo conversions for the S2 Esprit from as early as 1978, the Essex Turbo Esprit was the first factory turbocharged Esprit. The Essex Turbo Esprit received the dry-sump Type 910 engine which has a power output of 213 PS, 157 kilowatts, 210 horsepower, at 6,250 revolutions per minute and 200 pounds-feet, 271 Nm, of torque at 4,500 revolutions per minute. Acceleration from 0 to 97 km per hour, 60 miles per hour, could be achieved in 6.1 seconds and a top speed of 241 km per hour, 150 miles per hour. The chassis and rear suspension were redesigned, with an upper link added at the rear to alleviate strain on the half shafts. The brakes were also improved. Juga Aero designed an aerodynamic body kit for the car, with a rear lip spoiler, prominent louvered rear hatch, more substantial bumpers, a deeper front air dam, and air ducts in the sills just ahead of the new 3-piece 15-inch compomotive rear wheels. Inside scarlet leather combined with a roof-mounted Panasonic stereo for a dramatic environment. 45 Essex Turbo Esprit cars were built, interspersed and followed by a number of non-Essex liveried but otherwise identical specification dry-sump turbo cars. By the end of 1980, Lotus was building 3 different models of Esprit with distinct chassis designs and body molds: the domestic, that is UK, S2.2, the export S2.2, and the dry-sump Turbo Esprit.